Hi there, and welcome to another video of measureschool.com, where we teach you the data-driven way of digital marketing. My name is Julian, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can utilize the new calculated metrics feature of Google Analytics to enhance your data. I go through some examples, how to set them up exactly, and give you a collection of my used calculated metrics. All and more coming up, so let's dive in. Now, calculated metrics have been a quite new feature in GA for just some months now. There have been some great use cases, which I will link up in the description below so you can check them out. But if you're new to them, let's start at the beginning. What are calculated metrics? To understand what calculated metrics are, we want to first look at our content report here under all pages, where we can quickly recap what metrics are, because we see metrics here as numbers on the right side and dimensions on the left side. So that's the difference between metrics and dimensions. Metrics are single data points that you can count up. So for example, the page views are counted up to a total number of page views on our site. And dimensions, which we see here on the left side, are actual properties that describe this page view. In this case, which page was the user on when he generated this page view. So the basic data point here is the page view. We have different other metrics, which are mostly calculated metrics and which combine one or the other data points with each other to describe a relationship. So for example, the bounce rate is one of these metrics that is calculated, and it's defined as the percentage of single page visits. So Google Analytics looks at the session, basically finds out if there was only one page view in that session and calculates how many page views of this page only had this single view in their session. So Google Analytics already calculates a lot of metrics in our reports, and now they give us the ability to calculate our own metrics. So how can you build custom metrics? Well, if you go up here into our admin section, we find under the view options the new calculated metrics option, which we can click and add new calculated metrics. Now let's start out with a little example. If you go to our reporting, we know that we can see the pages per sessions. That is a common calculated metrics within Google Analytics, but we actually also have the availability of the actual users. So how would this metric look like if we had pages per user? And this is something we can implement with calculated metrics. So let's go ahead and click on new calculated metric. You give your metric a name, which you will be also able to query via the reporting API. And then we have different formatting types. In our case, float will be fine. And now we can start implementing a formula, and you can simply start typing. So in our case, page views, and you can use, like in Excel, your normal operators, in our case divided by, and we want to divide this by users. And that way we can create our new custom metric, and this actually works retroactively. So we can change this calculated metric and Google Analytics will go back and reprocess the data. Now, how can you see actual calculated metrics? Well, they are available in dashboards or widgets, but most of the times you would probably build your own custom report by going into the customization option and building a new report where you can actually choose your metric. And in our case, there was pages per user, which we have just defined. Click on this and let's divide this by the source medium. Let's save this report and we see our different source mediums and the pages per user that came through a given source. So this is how you can easily use your calculated metrics in order to enhance your reports. Now with calculated metrics, it's obvious that we go very deep into the customization of Google Analytics towards your business needs or your website. Not all calculated metrics will make sense for your business or your client's websites, but we made up this little document with different examples of custom calculated metrics that you can use and decide for yourself if this is something that you want to implement. And you can download this little document, which we will also update at measureschool.com/calculated metrics. And that's already it with this week's video of measureschool.com. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And if you like this video, subscribe to our channel so we can bring you the newest developments in digital measurement every week. My name is Julian. Till next time.